Hi vinyl community, it's Martin here. Been a while since my last video. No particular reason, just well, not bought so many records lately, I suppose. Just busy with work and such like. Anyway, I've got a week off, like virtually from now, so well, a bit more than a week really. So feeling a bit more relaxed. I decided to do just a very quick video here. I picked out 10 12 inches, and it was after seeing a video by a guy called Rob. I'm sorry, I can't remember your other name, or I remember you're from Oldham and you live near, well, anyway, you live in somewhere sort of West Yorkshire and whatnot. Anyway, so you've just started making videos fairly recently, I think, and I'd enjoyed them. And also, I think I was meaning to do some video with 12 inches, but I was going to show a lot of them. But you did like a top 20, and I went through some records last night and picked out 10. Now, my sort of criteria was that they would be particularly exclusive sort of tracks or made up of material that maybe you can find it on an album, but just some sort of different stuff. And I think I've encapsulated that quite well. I sort of agreed with what you said. You were saying about like someone like Depeche Mode. They have made a real effort to make that 12 inches like special, as did a lot of bands in the late 80s, early 90s, and a lot of virtually all of the stuff that I've got here, my 10, they are actually like that. They're sort of well, you'll see, they're sort of quite unique, I suppose, in a way. Yeah, it was that sort of format, wasn't it, that was very really close or generally dance orientated stuff, or crossover sort of stuff. I'm almost tempted just to start again because I'm rambling, but I won't. I'll just leave it in. And well, anyway, so I chose some things, and yeah, here they are. Anyway, no idea, what a ramble, eh? Right. Okay. In no particular order. Right. Now, I don't mind Oasis. I like certain tracks by them, but this is the track "Falling Down" from 2009. So that's from the album around that time. I can't remember what that's called. Is it Dig Your Soul, Dig Your Own Soul? Anyway, this is a sprawling psychedelic symphony that Noel agreed to do for Oasis, and it's great. It's Future Sound of London have redone it under the name Amorphous Androgynous. And I don't remember where I got this, but I remember seeing it and thinking, oh right, well that's going to be good, isn't it? You know, they're going to have a pop shot at doing this Oasis song, which isn't a bad song. So it's just one of those things where you expand on a song or an idea, you remix it, and it comes up trumps really, and you can just sit down and listen to this and enter another world. So that is the first one. Next one, right? In a similar vein, early 90s, this band, really, this song sort of encapsulates a rave dance culture, but also them, as in this was really their best track, and it wasn't on an album. It's just one-sided. If you get the chance to go on YouTube, which you are on now, I think you can watch the video. It has a sort of, or certainly the video has an anti-drugs message, and it's Flowered Up Weekender, which I obviously got for $1.99 there, and I've left the sticker on. It's how would I explain it? Well, I think you would have to go and listen to it yourself and watch the video. And I certainly did a bit of that back in the day. Went to a few all-nighters, and often went to bed the following day or two. Flowered Up, yeah, they were sort of like the Happy Mondays of the South, I suppose. No Happy Mondays 12 inches in my 10 here. You know, there were so many other things I could have shown, but I wanted to be very. I didn't want to be. I hope it's not going to be like elitist, but it was sort of just trying to pick out what I would just sit down and listen to the whole thing, not just maybe remixes in a way, I suppose, of hit single and then it's done, a dub version, a dance version, the normal version, and then whatever. So anyway, I am rambling. It's just such a strange concept. 12. I was thinking actually from an environmental point of view, how much 12-inch is not, very environmentally friendly, really. What you can get on the same size record for an album. Yeah. Anyway, right, this was a grail for me. This is probably my favourite band, The Church, and not that I particularly. I mean, I think I have all the tracks on something else, albums or CDs, but they put this out, and somehow it became a bit elusive of a grail for me. And then I found it in a record fair, like maybe 5 years ago or so, and it wasn't even that expensive in the end. It wasn't like, the record price guide overprices everything. And in there it was always like, 20, 25 quid. I think I got this for like 5 or something. Anyway, it's Sing Songs by The Church. It has a cover version of I'm a Rock, a slightly faster version, a shorter version, a different man, ancient history, in this room, and the night is very soft. And that is it, and it's from 82, so very early. And this guy, where is he? Well, that's him. They all look the same because it's so dark and they've all got the same sort of look. This is Marty Wilson Piper, who's not in The Church anymore. I'm going to go and see him. Well, actually, it's next Friday. It's about a week's time. Yeah, I'm going to go and see him live. Don't know if I've ever seen him live on his own. But anyway, right, next one. This is my original copy. I have the album. It's a great album. But this is just a free track 12-inch, which if you didn't have the album and you couldn't get it, this would be good to get, I suppose. Fight for Your Right, No Sleep Till Brooklyn, I think that was the other big hit, and Time to Get Ill. There's that album there from. And I think I would had a period when I first got into music of buying a lot of 12 inches, of which most of them I don't have anymore. But this I've just kept, and well, it's 1987, yeah, 1987. Yeah. There we go, Def Jam. I don't think I was buying them at the time because I was some sort of DJ or anything. It was just, I don't know. Maybe it was the size of the cover. I just can't remember. But anyway, this 10 does sort of quite encapsulate my musical tastes, I think. And another of my favourite bands, or certainly the first 4 albums anyway. Then they've sort of petered off into dad rock and Cardigans. From what I remember, this was their first number 1. It was from a charity triple album, which I do have, where bands covered previous number ones. The B-side is good, a very different version of a song. That's Fatima Mansion's Everything I Do It For You. And there's also People in NME, the magazine, which virtually no longer exists in any interesting format, talking about an incident that happened. It's called Sleeping with the NME, yeah. So it's this record. Although it's a cover version, it's a great version, I think. They pretty much smashed it, really. Got my number one. And this is from 1992. Theme from MASH. Right, onwards. I only have this record by this band. I did see they've got in the UK they've got a record store day release. There was only about 3 things that interested me. That was one of them. I think the other one was Basil Kirchen, and another one was sort of like a gospel disco record. Anyway, this is Bark Psychosis Scum, limited to, I don't know, probably like 1,000, so not ultra rare. But this is another one-sided thing with the other side etched. It's another sprawling one-track thing, and it's the one where I think I've mentioned it before. They're recording near on the other side of a wall. There's a gospel church, and whether or not it was just all recorded in one session, I don't know. But you can hear them, and it's gospel sort of group, or speaking in tongues or something. I'm not quite sure, but it fits in exactly where it is in the record, and yeah, it makes me think a lot about sound and how things in your everyday life are. And, yeah, dabbling in sampling myself, and it's just good. Yeah. Horrible. I'm not very keen on the cover though, to be honest. But anyway, right, another one. I bought this off a mate actually. This is also from the 90s, although I think, it's that old, 1991. So pretty much on the ball when they did it. Both sides are different. One slightly ruder than the other. It got banned, from what I understand. So it's samples Casey Kasem getting his lines wrong on one side. Yes, I think actually when I first heard it, I did laugh a lot. It's Negative Land, and they've called it U2, but it's I still haven't found what I'm looking for. And this is on YouTube if you want to listen to it, and yeah, just very whatever you want to say, I suppose. Okay, nearly there. No, we're not nearly there. But it seems this is a long video for 10 records. A far cry from my going through lots of £1 fines and skimming over them, sort of thing. Right, next one, another epic, not KLF but Jams. I can't even remember if this is on an album or not, but imagine the great expanse of America and all the road trips, films, dodgy motels. Well, we don't really have that in Britain at all. We're a small island, and I could say the South hasn't really got much going for it, really, but it has. But the northernness of this, and it's Grim Up North. Not that it's Grim Up North, but just the irony. It's even got some lyrics on the back, or some thoughts. Downpour, diesel raw, sodden silk cup packets, wonder whether they are biodegrading. Tachographs on overload, heavy goods vehicles plough by. The drizzle toughens. then climbs to a solid rain. It's just the idea. I mean, especially for me from the south, driving around in the north, you know, even if it's raining, it feels like gritty, industrial fun. Even actually, I'd have to say, and all the name places up north are far much more interesting. So in this record, somebody lists the songs. I don't want to say anymore really because I'll spoil it. Okay, these guys are Southerners, I think. So back down with the softies. This I bought for about £2 ages ago. This is 1991, and it's just got Midnight and Choice on it, and it's Orbital. 2 tracks, I think actually on their first album, or somewhat. Yeah, I think they are. I can't remember now, but anyway. There we go. Just 2 great dance tracks on 12-inch, and ending it all with this record. I'll read what it says on there. It's by Ortekra, and it's called the Anti-EP. There's a track on each side, and it says, I read them both, yeah. Although Flutter has been programmed in such a way that no bars contain identical beats, and then it has a bit of a warning, and it's to do with in Britain in 1994-ish. We advise you not to play these tracks if the criminal justice bill becomes law, which, if I remember rightly, was trying to stop people gathering for raves, but it also seemed to encompass any fun of anybody having any much of a good time outside. You know, I guess that was pretty much it in a nutshell. This is on Warp, and well, I'm sure it was released. I mean, I think this might be a pro. I'm not sure, but yeah, I got this back in the day. So, okay, 17.5 minutes. So, I hope you found that interesting. I did. I certainly found it interesting picking them out. Leave your comments, thoughts, anything else below. Thumbs up, thumbs down. So, VC and the rest of the world, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon in your video. Thanks for making all your videos, because I watch far too many of them actually. I don't always make comments, but I do quite a bit, so sometimes I just can't think of what to say really, but I could always just say, oh hi, enjoyed your video. Okay, I will see you all soon, and be having a lovely week off. Cheers, bye.